Hello grooming lovers. Today we have this sweet boy. He is a mix from Shih Tzu and a Maltese, I think. And he's a little bit dirty because it is raining outside and you can see he is matted. Normally he does not come matted, but he had some health issues and he was taking injections and shots, some medications, and that's why the owner could not brush him because he was like in some pain from it, and the owner wants it all short. Even though I could save his head, the head is not matted, the tail is not matted, but that's what the owners want, so I'm going to do it. As I said, he's a sweet boy. He's been here before, so I'm just going to take the 7 blade. I think that he's not that matted that I would have to use like a 10 blade. Just going to find a place where he's not matted and start from there. Okay, need to change the battery. Yeah, that's better. And guys, he's probably this scared because he's been going to the vet very often in the last period of time. And he probably, he maybe thinks that he's at the vet again. Okay, I prepared the trash can to put this away right away. Okay, let's sit down. It's okay. The owner said that his therapy is done, so he's not in pain anymore, but he is scared. Which is understandable. Okay, I'm going to take 8.5 blade. Okay, It's okay. And this is the first shave down. I'm going to shave him again after the bath. I just do not have a reason to wash this here that is going to be shaved anyway. And it is easier because when you soak matted hair and dry it, it's going to be even more matted. So it's easier to shave the dog, then bathe him, then shave him again. You can see that his legs are matted, but luckily he's behaving, he cooperates, and that makes it much easier. See, I'm going to take the 10 blade for this part. It is safer. Guys, for you that do not know, the bigger the number of the blade, the shorter the blade is. So like 50 blade is the shortest blade that I have. Probably it is the shortest blade on the market. And like you have number 2 blade, number 3, I think. I use, the longest I use is the 7 blade. I'm planning on buying like a 5 or 4 blade. But those long blades don't work on matted hair because you have to cut under the mat. And the bigger the number, the shorter the blade is, and it is safer because the space between the blades is smaller, and by that the chance of a skin getting caught by the blade is also smaller. Okay. He's also matted here, you can see, and he's such a great boy. You can see he's just not moving, not pulling, not complaining, he's just cooperating, and it is great. I mean, if every dog was like him, the grooming would be easy, but it's not. Guys, thank you so much for the support. My channel views just started growing rapidly, and from like 1500 views a day I got to like 6000, which is great. I mean, I have like more than, like I have like 7000 views per day. It depends on the day, but it is great. I'm not been doing this, I'm not filming too long, and for the beginning it is great. So thank you so much for liking, for commenting, for watching my videos. Okay, this hair is really matted. You can see it's matted almost all the way to the skin. You can see this hair is not matted, and that's where I want to cut. So I am going to take the shorter blade. It's okay. I'm taking the 10 blade again. Okay. Okay, I'm taking the 8.5 again. He's so sweet, guys. And guys, when I'm shaving a dog, I mean grooming him with a clipper, it's not the same if you go down the hair or up the hair. The hair would be much shorter if I would go up the hair. And normally we groomers go down the hair. And in some cases, when the hair is just too matted and you just want to get it off the dog, like in those cases, sometimes I don't care. And I'm just like, let's get this off the dog. You know those cases when the hair is too matted, when the dog hasn't been groomed for a year or maybe more. In those cases, I don't care how much the dog, how the dog is going to look, because then the main thing is to get that matted and dirty coat off the dog. And the hair is going to grow back again, of course, and then you can make a nice haircut. Okay. I'm now going to do the sanitary area, also with the 10 blade. It's okay. I'm checking if the blade is too hot. It's not warm. okay. Okay. The reason why he has this yellow thing around his butt is because he had some problems with anal glands, and that yellow thing is not like poop or anything like that. I think that it is some kind of cream that the owner puts on the dog. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to shave that much like I would normally do around the butt, because I do not want him to get itchy. I mean, the owner said that the problem is gone, that he's not in pain anymore and that, but I'm not going to do it like with 15 blade or shorter. I did something with a 10. Later I'm going to do it with scissors a little bit, and that's fine. I don't want to irritate that spot anymore. And guys, sometimes dogs can get itchy when you shave their private area. And sometimes they can scratch and pull their private area on the concrete, so they would scratch it, so they would do anything to stop the itching, and they can sometimes create a wound. And that can be a problem. Sometimes the owner then thinks that we injured the dog, and we did not. We just did a sanitary area. It's like when people shave for the first time, you can get really, really itchy. Some dogs don't, or get a little bit, and some just can't sleep from it. Okay, put this back on. And guys, to prevent the itching, I normally use the baby powder. I put it on the private area after the groom, but sometimes even though I use it, things can get complicated. I mean, it is really rare case that a dog gets that itchy that he creates a wound from scratching, from licking, from pulling his little butt on the concrete and stuff. But sometimes it does happen, and the first thing that the owner has to do is to get that plastic over dog's head so the dog cannot lick or bite his area that is itchy, because they make much worse problem from licking and scratching. Okay. He's so funny right now. It's okay, it's okay. You can see he's a good boy, he wants to cuddle. It's okay. It's okay. He's giving me kisses. Okay. No. Hey. Guys, I said it before. Playtime is playtime and work time is work time. I mean, I can make a little break for him to cuddle, but I normally cuddle with the dog before the groom and after the groom. Okay. And that's a good sign. I mean, he's not scared. And the nails on the back feet are fine. Normally the dogs spend those nails more than the nails on the front legs. They are dogs that you don't have to cut their nails because they are spending them enough. Yeah, I'm doing his paw pads. I mean, I'm shaving this hair between the paw pads, and we do that because when the dog is out, the hair and the dirt, not the hair, sorry, the dirt and the mud and the dust and everything will stick to this hair. You can see how long it is. And if the dog has a lot of hair between the pads, his paws can get slippery, and if that hair gets matted, it can be really painful and unpleasant. So I'm using the 50 blade, which is the shortest. And someone's going to say that I should use like a 40. And guys, the difference between the 40 and the 50 blade is 0.05 millimeters. So it's not some difference, like almost not at all. Because the 40 blade is 0.25 millimeters and the 50 blade is 0.2 millimeters. I mean, you have to use microscope to see the difference, right? Okay, so I did the nails, I did the sanitary area, I shaved him, and now it's left to do the I did the paw pads to do the ears. You can see he has hair in his ear canal, and you have to pull this out. The reason why we pull this hair out is because when dogs do not have that hair in their ears, it allows the ear to breathe. This powder, I'm going to explain it. It allows the ear to breathe, and sometimes the ear can be so full with hair that the ear cannot breathe, and it often causes the ear infection. And this powder, I'm using it because this hair is often greasy and slippery, and this powder makes it not slippery. It's just something like weightlifters use. You know that thing they put on their hands so the weight they are lifting is not slippery and does not fall out of their hands, and they would have a better grip. It's something like that. And I'm pulling little by little. Okay, when you cannot do more with your fingers, we use hemostats. Hemostats are used in surgery for surgeons to hold a needle and sew the wound, and we groomers use it for this hair from ear canal. This ear powder also dries the ear canal, which is great. It is very important that the ear canal of the dog is dry. I mean, when you bathe the dog, you have to watch and be careful that the water does not enter the ear. But in most of the cases, a little water is going to come in. In some cases, more water is going to come in because the dogs move. They are not like made from wood. They are living creatures and they move, so a lot of times the water will get in, and it's not the end of the world, because the most important thing is that you dry the ear canal after. You can use cotton wool, you can also use like the blow dryer, but not like open the ear and blow the dryer on their ear. I mean, when you're drying the ear and the head, the ear canal is going to get dried also, but you should always check and use like cotton wool and dry the ear canal. Some of you maybe are going to disagree and say like, oh no, you're not right, it is the end of the world if the water gets in the ear. And I have to ask you, what happens when the dog is like on the lake or swim visiting the sea or in the pool? Do you think that the water is not going to enter the ear? Of course it will. So it's not the end of the world, just get the ear dry after the dog is finished swimming or bathing. Okay, we did everything before the bath. I'm going to get him in the bathtub. First of all, I'm going to clean this a little bit, then wash him, dry him, and I'm going to shave him again. So I see you after that. Okay, so I finished bathing him and drying him, and I also dried the ears, of course, and check if the ears were dry enough with the cotton wool. So he's ready to be shaved again. I'm just going to take the scissors and do the part that I do with scissors first. It's okay. And this is what I normally this is what I usually do first after the bath. I take the scissors and go around the paws. I'm hoping that the camera angle is good and you can see what I'm doing, but it just sometimes I stand up, sometimes I sit down, sometimes I curve my head this way and that way, and it is hard to maintain the good sight for the video, but I'm doing my best and I hope that you really can see what I'm doing. Okay, now I'm going to take the slicker brush, if I found it. Okay. So I use the slicker brush and my fingers to get this hair between the fingers out, so it would be easier to cut that hair. You can hear he's like whining, he wants my attention, and as soon as I change my voice, he is wagging his tail and wants to cuddle, but for now I need him to be calm so I can finish the groom, and later I'm going to pet him and cuddle with him. Okay, I'm gonna take the template again to finish that sanitary area. You can see there is a little hair left. Okay. I said that I'm not going to shave around the butt anymore, that I'm going to use scissors to finish that. Okay, it's okay. I'm just going to brush this up. Okay. Okay, let's do the body now. Okay. Okay. I'm always using that slicker brush to brush the hair up, so it will be easier to groom it. Okay. Okay, let's do the tail now. Okay. And they normally do that when you're doing something with their tail, they sit down. Okay, I'm going to take the scissors. It's okay. He's a little scared. I'm going to take the scissors and just a little bit, that's fine. Okay, now I'm going to do this second back leg. Okay, his back legs are fine. His tail is done. Now I'm going to finish the body, front legs and the head. It's okay. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take the 10 blade to finish the armpit. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, I'm switching to 8.5 again to finish these front legs. Okay, and the last one. Okay, I'm going to take the scissors and do around the ear. I'm holding fingers at the end of the ear to make sure that I will not cut the skin. This is very important. And you have to be careful here. See this part of the ear? Sometimes you can hold that hand and not realize that you're not holding this end of the ear. Sometimes, I mean, you can put your thumb at the end of this part and cut this part behind. So you have to be sure that you're holding your thumb at the end of this part. Always check that. Okay, let's put this back on. Okay, I'm going to shave the ear with 8.5. I'm going to use a 10 for the inner part of the ear. you should be really careful because clipper is noisy. Some are noisy more, some less, and the dog can move with clipper near his ears. You should always be more careful around this area because you can see how skin is out there. Okay, taking 8.5 again. Okay, I'm going to take the 15 blade for the around the eyes. Okay, taking the 8.5 again. I'm going to cut the eyelashes with my scissors. Be really careful. It's important to get that hair out of his mouth. Okay, I'm going to... Oh, I thought about taking the template for the muzzle, but I'm just going to finish it with the 8.5. Okay, I'm just going to blend it with my scissors a little bit and he's done. Of course, I'm going to be careful because I'm cutting near the skin. Okay, we are done. You can see he's not matted anymore, his nails are fine, his ears are fine, I did everything and that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I think that he looks cute. That's my opinion, that he looks good when he's this short. Thank you so much for watching, for supporting me, and I'll see you soon. Yeah, he's not scared anymore. Okay, okay, okay.